green is from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's Pete the Scribe, Big Pat, Sharon, Dante, the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. It's Hurricane, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. Yes, it's game night. Our Philadelphia Eagles are in prime time. Wow, we're 1-4-1. Not the position we wanted to be in after 6 games, but it is what it is. And we have our first primetime game and a very winnable game against the New York Giants. Very winnable. Doesn't mean we're going to win because we are banged up. We get a little bit of relief back. We get a couple bodies back, but we're still banged up. Lane Johnson is back. Deshaun Jackson, I think, is back, if I'm not mistaken. Pat will come on with the inactives in a little bit later, just waiting for his co-host to sit down because I don't want him sitting down in the middle of the show. So I'm just going to command the screen right now. So, yeah, we have a lot going on. Let me just announce. Let me give a shout out to since Cigar Sessions Cigar Lounge in Middletown, Delaware. Just wanted to give a shout out there. Let me give a shout out to our biggest fan, JT Smith, because you know what, JT? I'm going to revisit the little gifts that you gave us when you came and saw us in person because I remembered this time. So I have it. I have the shot glasses that JT blessed us with. As you can see, it has our logo on there, and that's on one of them. He gave me a set of 4. Here's the other 2. He gave me 2 of these and 2 of these, and this is in the same print as our logo. So if you put them together, it looks like Eagles Talk right there. So I'm going to give a shout out to JT and thank you again. Here's the flask that he gave us. Look at that. Beautiful flask. The Dark Knight. And then it came in a nice box too. He gave it to us, gave it to me in this box here. In this box here. So that's great too. So thank you, JT, for that. And we're going to take it. I'm going to take my shot out of that shot glass. You better believe that. While we're waiting, let me go to a couple of comments. Let's see who's first in the room today. We got to get hyped, man. I'm feeling good about this game here. I know as we ended last show, the post game show on Sunday, we weren't feeling very good because we lost the game and we had fought so hard to come back. But you know what I feel good about tonight? I feel good because our quarterback, our franchise quarterback, and I know I was down on him in the first 3 games because he didn't play up to the standards that I thought he was going to play. But the last 2 games, if it was not for Wentz, we would not have been in any of those games. We would not have mounted the comeback that we had mounted last week and made it so close. Although there's no moral victories in football, I still give a lot of credit to Carson Wentz and battling back and bringing those guys back from being so far down. And he did it. He performed like in the last 4 games of last season. He willed our team to a victory. He was getting chased. The guy Brown, Javon, I think that's his name, Javon Brown, who had no business being on a professional football field. After looking at the game over, he was being pushed around. I think he allowed 5 quarterback hits, 9 quarterback pressures, and if you look closely, he even sacked Wentz one time. He was horrible. He sacked Wentz one time. He didn't get credit for it, but he was horrendous. And amidst all of that, Carson Wentz turned in a dynamic performance, led our team, brought us all the way back, just a stupid 2-point play away from tying that game and going into overtime. So I feel very good about tonight because if Carson Wentz is back, then we have a chance in all of the games. And one person he needs to be throwing the ball to, as you know, is Travis Fulgham. He's emerged over these past few weeks, a dependable receiver, and I think he has the confidence to go to him and utilize him. And with Deshaun Jackson back, who knows what he can do with him? But we have a couple of weapons. We're talking about the New York Giants. I'm not looking past anybody because we are 1-4-1, but we are very, very banged up. But these guys are not very good. So just with those things I said alone, I feel very good about our chances tonight. All right, it looks like our co-host is in his seat and he's ready to go. So I'm going to bring our co-host, the Sandlin boys, in. What's up, fellas? Oh, well, I got to take this off first. All right. There you go. Now, what's up, fellas?
What's
Hey, what's
going
going
on? What's
on?
going on? It's Eagles time, baby. It's time for it's Eagles football right here,
Yeah,
man. Thursday night, just us and the presidential debate.
I was off today. I started going in early. I didn't have nothing to do, no responsibilities.
Mm. All right, look, man. Let me just recognize the comments. First person in the room uh, is Justin. Justin made it first this time. Wow, Justin got in here before everyone else. Jeremiah is second. He says, "Let's get this W." I'm with you on that. I'm in agreement. Daphne Nicole was third, and he says, "Hey guys, please let us get this W." Jacob Jackson, Bird Gang. That's what's up. Uh, Chris Burton, what's up? Bird Gang, what's up? Chris. What's up, Drexel Davis in the house? A
Yeah.
lot of our regulars. I'm so happy and grateful that you guys continue to show up and get us hyped to be able to talk about our Philadelphia Eagles. And we're not down. We're not down. You know what? At one point, I know I talked about not being too crazy about making the playoffs. At 6-9 or you know what I mean, at 6-9-1 or 7. You know what I'm saying? With a
Yeah.
bad record, but I've changed my view on that because if anything, I need for our franchise quarterback to get some type of playoff experience. So I want to make the playoffs just so that he can get a game under his belt and he can dispel all the talk about him not being able to make it to a playoff game, let alone through a whole season. So I'm rooting for us to make the playoffs on his behalf. And then who knows? We might be healthy by the end of the year. If we can somehow squeeze or sneak into the playoffs
Oh
and
man.
we're healthy, hey, we can make some noise, man. We can make some
Listen.
noise.
We're able to if we're able to put up points with these college all stars. I mean, with those college all stars team, just wait until we get the actual NFL all stars back. It'd be a different story. It'd be a different team. It'd be a different feel. But Dante, I know you've been talking because you're waiting for this guy to get situated. But I'm ready to get this thing going, man. This online tailgate for the fans, by the fans from Eagles Talk. We ready to go, brother.
All right, so let's get this first quarter started.
You're now listening to the
All right, if you know anything about the Eagles talk, you know that we like to talk about our favorite football team, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. And tonight I am partaking in 2 days after my birthday, yes, and thank you everyone out there for my birthday wishes on the page and such. It was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed with joy that so many people recognize me, and I thank you. And I promise I'm going to respond to each and every post. And I tried. I woke up in the morning. I said I'm going to respond to each and every post. And then it was early in the morning, and it was only like about 10 of them. Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna respond. So I respond to the first 10, and then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up, and it was already out of hand. I couldn't respond.
He said,
You got to go back. It's over 200 and something, almost 300 post. So I'm going to do it, but give me a little while. I did put out a blanket one thanking everybody, but I'm going to go back and respond to each and every one. But I am partaking in the Crown Royale. Pat is still celebrating. I mean, he's still recognizing our sober October.
October, yeah.
So
Yep.
he's not doing anything. And my co-host over
I am
there,
partaking
Shell.
in the mango Amsterdam.
He's
he's
drinking
partaking in
Amsterdam.
the mango juices. He's having mango juices.
I can't get over this, man.
And if we can,
Yo,
and if we
yo,
can
yo.
zoom, where's our? We need a shoe cam like Wendy Williams has on her show,
Move that
so
out
we
the
can see,
camera, man. Move
so
that
we
out the
can see
camera, man.
Shell's fluffy pink slippers as
Whatever,
he sips
man.
on his mango juice. All right,
We got
man
more
up,
respect for
man,
the
man up
quarter.
and get some whiskey.
More
All right,
respect
here we
for this
go.
water.
Here we go. Everybody down the hatch for our Philadelphia Eagles as they take on the New York Giants and get this W. 1, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I should let this sit in the freezer a little more longer.
All right, so I looked at the game. I looked at the game Saturday, and uh, this past Sunday, and I was so upset because I'm real high on John Hightower, and he
Yeah.
comes right out the first drive and drops a sure big gain. If not a touchdown, it was going to be a humongous gain, and he drops it. But he came back later on in the game, and he made another. Long catch, which I thought that was a good way to redeem himself because I'm still high on this guy, and because we are hurting in the wide receiver core, I think that all the young guys need to get as many snaps as they can get because we need to find out something. They're either going to be our future or we're going to need to continue to look for a future. So I got high hopes for this guy. I think Fulgham has elevated himself to get more times and more snaps. The same way Greg Ward has done from the last 4 games of last year to this year. He's still performing, still dependable hands. He gets separation. Fulgham is a big body receiver. He gets separation, makes tough catches, and if we can add a John, we haven't even mentioned our rookie, our first round rookie, but Jalen Reagor comes back into that mix, and we have high hopes for him. We can make some noise at the end of the season. We just have to maintain up until we can get some help back. Our offensive line is decimated, but we get Lane Johnson back. So we got 2 out of our 5 starters along the offensive line will be there tonight. And it does matter, but we have one Carson Wentz, and if he plays like he played last week, I feel good about us going into this game.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with you. Everything you just said. Looking back in that game, there were opportunities to be had, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think the Ravens knew they already had this game in the bag, so they kind of dialed it back a little bit. But in that first quarter, in that first half,
It could have got nasty.
No. That first half, Fulgham, actually, he was open a couple times.
Yeah,
The pocket broke down because Jamon Brown playing the defensive side of the
he
ball.
was
I mean,
horrible.
he could be defense end for us. He got a stack.
Yeah, he put up better numbers than the Baltimore Ravens defensive line.
But
he had more. He gave up more quarterback pressures. He had a sack. He did it all for them. And let me just go back to my line that I trademarked after Big V had his horrible NFL debut. On Sunday, that boy Brown couldn't block the sun if it was in his eyes. He was horrible. He had no business. He had no business but on the NFL field on Sunday.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that Fulgham, he's not the speed guy that you would think, but for some reason he's a very serviceable receiver to get open. I'm not putting him in this category whatsoever. I'm not putting him in this category whatsoever. I'm not going to try to put him in this category, but he reminds me of a Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas didn't have the fastest speed.
Michael Thomas was a little faster.
Michael Thomas ran a 4.5 and 40, but he finds ways to get open, and he improved each year. Each year he improved, and he had strong hands. Now, the thing about Fulgham is that he's a body catcher. I don't know if you realize.
Yeah, I see that. I saw that.
He doesn't have hand manipulation.
But for some reason, he's double catching. He makes the catch. Like that Hail Mary, he had the ball in his hand.
Yeah, he did.
But I foresee him having a decent game tonight because Deshaun Jackson's going to get Bradbury. Everybody's saying they need to put James Bradbury on Fulgham and just rotate their coverage. They're going to put their best corner on our fastest guy. And the thing about it, with this offense that we have now, is nobody's being liked over another person. Everybody's getting the same treatment. Greg Ward's getting the receptions. Hightower's getting balls thrown to him. Jason Crum, he's a practice squad guy. People didn't know who he was.
I want to talk about him.
Who the hell is Crum? Crum even had a touchdown.
I want to talk about him when we talked about that in the pregame. But go ahead.
So Carson is spreading the ball around to a lot of guys on his team. So there is not one, number one receiver, but with Deshaun back healthy, hopefully. Yeah, right. It gives us a different dimension tonight. Do we open up the playbook? Do we put more plays so Doug doesn't run out of plays tonight? Yes, we have to. We have to be aggressive tonight. We have to be very, very aggressive tonight, especially in the air, because they're missing their nickel corner. And with that being said, before we go any further, it's time to do the inactives. I have to do the
Okay, I was just about to ask you about that. Why you ready?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead. Okay.
Pronounce Fulgham. I got you.
Okay.
For the Philadelphia Eagles, inactive list is Miles Sanders, Alshon Jeffrey, Malik Jackson, Jack Driscoll, K'Wan Wallace, Nate Sutfield, and Quez Watkins. For the New York Football Giants, the wide receiver C.J. Board, defensive back Adrian Colbert, cornerback Danae Holmes, who is their nickel corner or slot corner, I should say, tight end Eric Thomason, defensive end R.J. McIntosh, and defensive end Jabal Sherrod.
And of course, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon. He's on IR. He's not
Yeah.
active. Yeah, so.
All right. Look at this. Right. We're gonna. Our defensive line has been all right, dudes. I'm telling you, like they were getting after some people last week. Although Lamar is just a special guy. The 2 long runs he broke, he's just a special guy. But they were getting pressure, man. They were getting, and Malik Jackson had a great game, man.
Yeah,
he was getting a lot of pressure before his injury, and I think we're going to miss him. But Josh Sweat is showing some flashes out there. I think we can take. I think we can take advantage of the New York Giants offensive line tonight if the defensive line continues to play the way they play. I was encouraged in watching them, although we lost. And what's this? Am I reading something wrong, or are they playing Slay in zone coverage a little bit too much for my liking? Anyway,
Yeah, they are.
he's a shutdown man-to-man cover. Why do we take corners and change their style of play or move them out of what they do comfortably? We did it with Nomney. Nomney was a big bust, but we brought Nomney here. He was a shutdown man-to-man corner and tried to make him. He was a zone coverage.
He was a zone coverage, and we tried to make him a man. He's an
actor now.
Yeah, well, he's an actor. All right, okay. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, but we seem to be doing it now with Slay. Slay is a man-to-man, follow the receiver around, shut that guy down. Why do we try to make somebody into what they're not, what they don't do best?
Round pegs and square holes.
Well, it's the philosophy of Jim Schwartz, and like I said a couple weeks ago, he needs to go because his philosophy is trash. You have these athletes that can play man to man, can play bump and run, can play a little bit off the ball and still follow the man, but yet you tend to go into these coverages that's not going towards your athletes best what they're best suited for. Like you said, Slay is suited to play man-to-man on your best receiver. Right now, the Giants' best receiver is Slayton, he's injured. So...
All right, let's end this quarter. If y'all want to get shots in, y'all better end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
If you don't want to get shots in, then let's go on. But you are watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And this is a show where we like to talk about our favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage as we talk with you, not at you guys. So I'm going to go to some comments after we do this shot here. But I am partaking in, first of all, I'm drinking out of this beautiful, lovely shot glass provided us by our biggest Eagles Talk fan, JT Smith. We thank you again, JT, for the gift. And this is my first week remembering to bring the shot glass, so I apologize for that. But I just want our viewers to see how beautiful these shot glasses are and how thoughtful you were to take them and get our logo, our insignia on the glass. That's great. So I'm partaking in the Crown Royal. My partner out there is doing the mango juice.
Mango
I'm sorry,
he's definitely going to have a headache.
AKA Mango Amsterdam.
Mango Amsterdam.
He's going to have a headache unless Mango Amsterdam decides to sponsor us. Then he's not going to have a headache. It's going to be the greatest drink he ever had in his life.
Oh,
but
you got to make sure.
Stella Artois.
Doing some
Stella Artois. You should always be washing it down. If you're not drinking Stella Artois, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Okay, here we are. Everybody down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Let me do this real quick. We got to get hype up for this game.
Let's go.
Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles. Eagles!
Yes.
Yes,
It's
that's
time
right.
to
Get
go,
hype,
man.
baby.
It's
All right,
time
let me
to
go to
go.
some comments because
Right.
we've been talking at the crowd and not talking with them. Let's
Hey,
see what they're
cousin.
talking about. Look, Neil says he's drinking 99 apples. Oh, you not gonna make it, Neil. Neil. You're not gonna make it, Neil.
He not gonna make.
Yo, I'm
You're
talking from
not gonna
experience with
make
this
it.
99. I don't care
Yeah.
what it is. It could be 99 bananas, 99 apples.
99
Nil.
grapes.
You can't do 4 shots of that before the game, Nil. You not
not gonna
gonna
make
see
it.
the game. You're not gonna see the game. Nil. All right, Nil, but it's cool because we got your back. When you don't see the game, you come back and you're not going to see our post game either. So you just when you wake up tomorrow, then you come back and you watch our post game show and we'll tell you what happened. But Neil, if you drinking them 99 apples like that, you're not going to see the game, Neil. That's 99 proof. Y'all know if anybody drinks, you know what 99 is. Oh my goodness. All right, David is drinking a gin and juice. Eddie is Carson Wentz. Eddie, where you go, Eddie? Eddie, hold up. We got to get Eddie on here because I got a question for Eddie. Eddie, what are you going to do, Eddie? All right, he said Carson Wentz and Fargo going the ball tonight. I believe that, Eddie. I believe. No. I got a question for you, Eddie. What are you going to do, Eddie? Are you going to be flipping between the debate and the game, or are you going to stay on the game? Let me know that. Eddie, my favorite Republican out there. Everett says, these coaches need to swallow their pride, throw out their plans, and adjust to the players they have and the skills they possess.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Totally agree.
But can they do that? Somebody else said something about teaching. And here we go. Everett, you said something. A good teacher or a good coach finds a way to teach or coach and utilize the skills whom they are teaching or coaching. Some people learn visual or audio or reading. I agree with that.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think last season, at the end of the season, Doug Peterson did make those adjustments with his players and the athletes that he had, and taught them and adjusted his playbook accordingly for those guys. I don't know why he's not doing this year.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like, this is an opportunity. You have your line here, right? This is an opportunity to make sure that you play them to be healthy. This is a time when you take and okay, we don't have Sanders, but we have an opportunity to run the ball with these other backs and get healthy. Their linebackers, the Giants linebackers, are not formidable, so there's no reason why we can't average 4 to 5 yards per carry and just get used to our offensive rhythm. That's what I would do as an offensive coach right now.
All right, so Eddie already responded. He said he's doing both, Dante. He got his TV set already. And then Walter says, only debate there is what jersey to rock. The vote is already casted. I'm with you on that. Okay, Neil says, he said, okay, I got you. All right, yeah, Neil, switch up now. Now, you need to drink mango juice for the next 2 shots because if you did 2 shots of 99 apples, you can't do 2 more shots.
Vodka, man. Cut it out.
Well, no, but the proof on that is about 50. There's only 50 proof. You drink a 50 proof, that's nothing but mango juice, buddy.
Man, put that down. Stop looking at that bottle, man.
All right, look. Joseph Bunny Reed says Doug and Howie need to fire Schwartz.
70 proof.
He don't blitz. He don't. That's the same thing. He don't make in-game adjustments. He does. You know what? The defense play hard, man. I don't like his schemes. The defense did play hard in the second half, and that allowed us a little bit of a chance to come back in the game. Carson Wentz played out of his mind on Sunday, but the defense did make some timely stops. Let me put it that way. Some timely stops. I don't like the way they're playing Slay. I've seen him a couple times, and I'm like, why the hell is he back there when he's a lockdown man-to-man corner? Like, come on, Jim. We should have came on Tuesday because I know these guys. I know they watch us. I know they listen to us. I should have came on here Tuesday so he could have saw the program and heard me say, stop that. Stop that. All right, Jeremiah says, I say Boston go for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. And that's what we need. We need Boston Scott to produce some of that magic that he showed at the end of last year.
4 yards.
But we need Doug Peterson to be able to call a game where he can, you know what I'm saying, like where he can take advantage of New York's defensive line and slip some of that run in there. So it's going to be dependent upon, there's 2 people here. It's going to be dependent upon Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. Doug, you got to call a better game. We need we need you to be on top of your play calling game. I love Doug Peterson, but I am still I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm probably never gonna have Eagle guest on the show because I speak from the heart. But I think it might be time for Doug if he's not been that guy to me. He's not been that guy. And you know what? I'm gonna say this before this game, and I know we're supposed to be getting hyped, but you know what? I think that the fact that Doug is so soft that we have injuries. Because my beliefs is, and Chell, we've been in the gym. I used to be a big time heavyweight, big time
we used to get it in.
weightlifter and stuff like that, right? You can't build muscles going light. You can't build muscles going lightweight. You can't go in the gym, lift 5 pounds 100 times, and you think you're going to get big and bulky. No. You've got to push your body to the limit so your muscles will get used to banging out heavy weights. That's how you build your muscle. Same way with a football team. He's in the practices treating these guys, a training camp, treating these guys like fine china. They're not fine china. They're football players. You don't get better unless you work hard in practice. And you guys are football players. I'm not a football player. I'm a basketball player. But you guys know if you're not hitting hard or going hard in practice, how are you going to come into the game and expect you're going to turn it up a notch like that? You need to get used to hitting hard and being hit hard and getting your body ready. Your body adjust to that type of physicality. And if you're not, if you're coming out soft, this is where the injuries come in. To me, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. This is where it comes in.
You're 100% right, because
100%
when you're going full speed at practice and you're so used to getting hit on a certain level, when you get into the game, it becomes second nature. Like when we played semi-pro, when we played together, our team, we practiced harder than we played in the game.
Yeah, our
so
practices was worse
if you got injured in practice, or you got banged up in practice in the game, that was nothing.
Yeah, the games.
We played with guys that actually were on practice squads for NFL teams. Our team was filled with about 90% of guys that play college football, so it was an organized team.
Yeah.
Compared to what they're doing nowadays in the cities.
Yeah,
but right now, what I have to say, what you just said. You're the nail. You're the hammer hitting the nail right on the top. You hit it out of the park right now. You're 100% right. You need to practice. You practice how you play, no matter who you are. Well, some people like Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. There are some people don't have
they don't need too much practice.
But with our team, yes. AI, we don't got no AIs on our team. We need all these guys need to be in football shape and need to be practicing hard.
Not with that being China said, this shape. Not fine China. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not going to happen in the foreseeable future.
Like I talk about, previous times and previous years. You look at teams like the Patriots, the Ravens, and the Steelers. Those guys those teams.
They have a philosophy though.
And we don't.
That's right.
We don't.
They have a defensive.
We have a philosophy. We get ice cream. Our players get ice cream. That's our philosophy. We have the ice cream philosophy.
Oh my God. Those teams are constantly fined by the NFL. Why? Because they practice with pads.
They're pushing it. They're practicing
with pads. They get fined for that. They're practicing tackling. They get fined for that. They're doing conditioning during the course of the week. They get fined for that. Those are all things you're not supposed to do. But these teams that are winning get fined for the stuff, and a team like us is having ice cream in film room.
That's bullshit. Look, I hate to reference this guy, man, but when Chip Kelly was here, it was two things that I admired about him. And I didn't like too much of what he did, but his sports science team was on point. They didn't have a lot of injuries. Number two, his practices were grueling. They were grueling because he played that up-tempo style of offense, although we found out later that it wouldn't work on this level. But he had those guys conditioned to come out here and run fast break football for 60 minutes. And that was on the offense and the defense. Unfortunately, the defense couldn't keep up when the offense was, with too many 3-and-outs. They couldn't keep up. So they were winded at the end of the game. But he had the offense ready to come in and run a fast-paced offense and run at a high level. He had them conditioned. We didn't have a lot of injuries with him. If we go before him to Andy Reid, who had some of the most grueling practices, two-a-days in the history of our franchise here, they still talk about Andy Reid's two and three-a-days in training camp before the CBA, restricted you from doing all the hitting and all that stuff. During that era, we did not have as many injuries that we have now. So I'm just comparing eras to now to then. Now you got a Doug Peterson that's giving guys a rest, who shut down Miles Sanders after he tweaked the ankle early in training camp, said, all right, that's it. We're putting him on the shelf. We're going to take him and take this little China piece and put him in the China cabinet and put him on the shelf until the regular season. What did that do? He's on the shelf again. You can't build any resistance. It's almost like your immune system. If you don't go out there and eat a little dirt, you can't build up any antibodies to fight the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and get dirty and get some germs and build up yourself. You got to go out there and play hard, hit hard, and it's going to prepare you for the rigors of the regular season.
You got to smack somebody in the mouth.
Yes, you got to smack somebody in the mouth. But that's
let me end this quarter, man.
Yeah, in the quarter, man.
That's the end of the quarter.
All right, so you're watching Eagles Talk pregame show. The Eagles take on the New York Giants. I feel real good about this game. I think that if Carson Wentz continues to play up to the level of play he's played last week and the week before, we can win this game. We like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am doing, and I'm going past because, we've lost the past 2 weeks when I've stopped doing shots at halftime. So I'm going to continue to do shots. I'm not going to wuss out.
Yeah,
maybe if I do a shot every quarter before the game, we will win. I'm trying everything. So I'm partaking in the Crown Royale. My partner, Pat, he's observing sober October, so he's not drinking.
Water.
And we're going to switch places in November because I'm a practice sober November.
Now if we winning, if we winning.
All right, so we're going to switch places, and Shell is just drinking the mango juice. But we're going to see the result. We're going to see the results of that mango juice in the fourth quarter, and definitely in the post game show. So make sure you guys tune in. But everybody, let's raise your glass. Let me know what you're drinking out there. Raise your glass to our Philadelphia Eagles as we go for this W over the New York Giants tonight. Down the hash, 3, 2, 1. And I've just identified the commenter of the night, and that's Deion Jones with this comment here. Dante is on tonight, ain't he? Preach. Now we got to eat dirt. I hear you. You're right. We got to eat dirt.
Yeah, let's actually dive into this game a little bit as it get ready. It's right around the corner. Yeah. The defense for the New York Giants, they have a pretty good defense. All things considered, they've been drafted in the top 10 for the past 5 years. So they're filled with first round draft picks. They got Dexter Lawrence as their defensive end. Leonard Williams is another defensive tackle. They have Jarrell Pepper, safety. James Bradbury is one of their corners. Logan Ryan at the slot corner. Sometimes he plays safety. Cam Brown, Penn State. He's a long guy. Blake Martinez is a middle linebacker. So they have some formidable guys. But the thing about it is that you can move the ball against them. You can run the ball against them. You can pass the ball against them. And you can actually, we can actually do some damage against this defense, because this defense that we played the past 2 weeks with the Ravens and the Steelers, I mean, they were a dominant defense, number one and number two. This defense right here is middle of the pack. So if we don't turn the ball over, we can definitely do some damage against these guys.
All right, so we need not to turn the ball over. But, Shell, I want to go to you because you haven't commented on this. You said it early in the program. Mm-hmm. But tell me what's your thoughts on Chrome, the tight end.
All right, you're talking about somebody that has the attributes of a top-notch tight end. He's over 6'4". He can block off the edge. I see him. If you're a betting man, they're predicting he's going to have five catches over 30 yards. So I would definitely bet that. So I say Carson Wentz is real comfortable. His safety blanket over the last 2-3 years has been the tight end. So I see Jason as being that fill-in right now. And like I said, we're going to be surprised about some of his speed and some of his attributes, the way he blocks, and also the way he gets set when they put him off in the slot when he's off like an H back. So he's somebody, like I said, I definitely wanted to talk about him because I see him being somebody that might pop up like that, like our new receiver that we have. I see him being somebody that might surprise us a lot in this particular game.
Well, I hope that he does
Yeah, I hope
because
he does.
our starting tight ends are hurt. Ertz is out, and they reported today that he's probably going to be out longer than we.
He's on IR now.
He's on IR.
They put him
Yeah, he's
on
IR now,
yeah.
so he's going to be out longer than we expected. Goddard hopefully will get back sooner than later, but in their absence, we only have Chrome and Rogers. So we're going to.
We got Butler too.
Oh, yeah, Hakeem Butler.
Yeah, Hakeem
Let me go to some comments. This one I like right here. Tim Mack. Cheers, y'all. Founders KBS Maple Macony Fouch Stout. I am a fan of that.
I want some. We
I
need
drink
that.
some-
I
I
so
drink
need
the
that.
I drink the what is that? Bourbon County Stout. I think that's what it is. I got a bottle of that right now.
Yeah.
Dad, what is it? I can't, I'm a little tipsy right now, but the Bourbon County Stout. I think it's Bourbon County Stout. It only comes out once a year. It's about, and then what you're talking about, what he's talking about is not regular beer. This is like, actually, this type of, stouts go good with a good stick too, Pat.
Stick
if you didn't know.
or
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah, a good stick or steak. It's a nice thick stout. It's a good winter beer, and the Bourbon County Stout that I'm talking about is the same, and they are high alcohol content. I mean, I know the one I'm talking about is like a 16%
I need
alcohol
that.
content.
Listen,
one
November
20-ounce
1st.
bottle costs about $15.
November
Just one.
1st, when I can lift this sober October thing off my chest. Listen, I need that.
I have
right
one
there.
in the garage right now, courtesy of my brother. Thank you very much for that. But yeah,
I would drive down there and then pick it up.
he said Tim says the shit is fire.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
yep.
Hey,
Fat cigar. He
Dark
also
Knight.
says fat cigar.
I'm gonna do this. Cigars on me. Come November the 1st at the new cigar lounge. You bring that stout.
Okay.
I'll bring that stout. We meet at Sessions Cigar Lounge in Middletown, Delaware. Beautiful lounge. If you guys don't know, go on Facebook, look it up. Sessions. It might even start with MOT Sessions Cigar Sessions Lounge, but it's a great spot. Beautiful spot. It's down in Delaware, but it looks like a spot that would be in like Philadelphia or New York or something like that. It's that chic and plush and elaborate like that. And one of the biggest humidors I've seen in a cigar spot. So
Bigger
you
than
got to
smoke.
come through.
Bigger than smoke.
Yeah, it's bigger than smoke.
Yeah, it's
Smoke's
bigger than
small.
smoke, yo. It's
Yo,
bigger
listen,
than smoke.
we're a pregame show talking about drinking. How about
Yeah.
that?
All right, Everett says Washington plays Dallas this week, right? So division week. It is division week. So
Yeah,
we
it's
can make
division
some
week.
ground up if we can win a game tonight. And so I think that we can do that. We can do that if our quarterback and our team comes to play. We
We
are
can get back in
banged up.
first place.
But that's what we do. That's
But
how
you
we
know
won
what?
our Super Bowl. Banged up. We
Yeah.
persevered while we were injured, and we need to do that a little earlier in the season this year than we had to do in previous years. But all we need to do is persevere until we can get somewhat healthy, and then we can go on a run. And that by the end of the year, if we are inching our way or creeping our way into the playoffs, if we're healthy, I like our chances. As
Well,
long as
listen to
we're
this.
healthy at the end of the year, I like our chances.
Listen to this. After this week, we do get healthy. We get a couple guys back: Dallas Goedert, Jalen Rager, Miles Sanders, Jason Peters. They come off those guys come off IR. Today we get Avonte Maddox and Lane Johnson back. So we have our corners. We moved Jalen Mills back to his safety position, which he didn't do a bad job there. So we move him back to his rover safety position. Now you have Will Parks, Jalen Mills, and McLeod at the safety position. You have your starting corner Avonte Maddox. You have your other corner Slade. Then you have your nickel corner who's actually starting to play a little bit better, Nicky Robert Coleman. And you have LeBlanc. So our defense actually starting to look a little bit better besides our linebackers, but they are playing the young guys. They are playing Sean Bradley.
Nicky Roby
They are
Coleman
still-
has
like
not
Bradley.
looked that great.
He hasn't looked great. He hasn't looked
Bradley's
great.
good.
That's a stretch right there. But
Hey,
maybe
he can turn it
he
can
get
He can
better.
turn it
Yeah, he
around,
can
yeah.
turn it around. We need him to do. We need him to turn it around big time.
because we're
But
going
you're
against
right.
the
The more we get
tight
healthy,
end.
the
Their
more we
tight
get
end.
healthy, the better we can. The better chances we have of turning this thing around. So, Rashard, my neighbor, says it's all about Wentz, though, and that's what I want to get back to. Wentz is the key right here. Wentz has been balling, yo. I looked at the game again, yo. I know the same things we were killing him for when he was doing bad were the same things that he were doing in this game, this past game that brought us back. Extending the play and stuff like that. So there's times when we say that he tries too hard, but that trying too hard, and I guess that's where the dilemma comes in with, how much do we how much does he need to try before he gives up on the play? Because he tried hard enough and he extended plays long enough to make big plays last week. And so sometimes you have to live with that. I'm starting to get it. I'm not going to be happy when he holds on to the ball too long. I would just like him to get rid of the ball when there's no play there. But sometimes that's the magic that makes him who he is. So if he continues to do what he did, and he has confidence in these young guys, and that's what I love the most, because these young guys are the future. And he has confidence in throwing the ball to Travis. He has confidence in throwing the ball to John Hightower. Even after he dropped that big opening drive pass, he still went to him later. He still had the confidence to go to him later and allow that young guy to redeem himself and make a play. And I like this young guy.
You gotta take the shots. The perfect example of that was last week with Wilson threw it to Metcalf, and he dropped it. He came right back to him the last play of the game, and he caught the game-winning touchdown. You gotta go back to these guys. You gotta show that you got confidence in these guys. You know what I mean? To boost their confidence, to get them up, and put them in a position so they have an opportunity to make plays to become successful. That's the only way you're going to get better. You got to make the guy next to you better. That's the only way it happens.
Let me
All right, so let's end this quarter right here.
And that's the end of the quarter.
We got one more quarter, man. What channel is this game coming on? It's coming on regular
coming on
TV,
Fox.
right?
Yeah, it's coming on Fox.
It's coming on Fox? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong one. All right, it's coming on Fox. We got time to do one more quarter before kickoff, right?
Yeah. We watched.
All right,
If not, we can get hyped up for it. So let me do this while everybody get their shots together. You get your shot on. We got to play the song, man. I know we played it. You know what? I'm not gonna play it this time. I'm gonna play it after the game.
You're not gonna play it this time? Oh, they still doing pregame. Play it, man. All right. Don't play it yet. Let me start the quarter. We're gonna do one more quarter. We're gonna do one more quarter here before the kickoff. We got time. This is Eagles
quarter, right?
Talk, the virtual online tailgate where we are getting ready for the Eagles versus the New York Giants. I feel real good about this. Everybody get hyped up here, man. We're going to get a win. Our franchise quarterback is playing at a high level right now. And if he continues to do what he's done the past few weeks, I think that we're going to get a win tonight. So, everybody, I am partaking in. This is Eagles Talk. We like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
And we like to
do so. And we like to get drunk while we do it. Yeah, all right.
And drink Stella too.
I dressed it up a little bit. So we like to get drunk. We like to get drunk as we do it.
The people out there.
So I am partaking in the Crown Royale. My partner Pat over there, who is a big drinker, I am really low. First of all, let me give yourself a hand of applause for going a whole month without drinking.
It's not over yet.
If anybody knows Pat, they know how much he likes to indulge in his favorite adult beverage. And he has sustained or abstained from alcohol this whole month. I'll give you kudos for that. Good way to go, Pat.
I was tempted.
He's drinking he's drinking a shot of spring water, but his brother is going all in, and he's going to drink the mango. What is that? Mango Amsterdam. A.K.A. mango juice. So he's drinking mango juice, and we're drinking men drinks. But that's okay. Everybody join us tonight, yo, as we salute our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1. Hold on, I wanted to go back. Look at this comment that's on the screen.
Oh, it's Sir Oprah. He's been inactive for like 2 years, and he's our starting left guard. So what happened to us? They cut Jamon Brown, which is rightfully they should have did it. They brought him back to the practice squad because we didn't have nobody else.
Hold up. I want to interrupt you right here. Who is our new guard? The guy replacing Jamon Brown.
Sua Oprah. Listen, I can block better than Jamon Brown.
Yes,
so
anybody who is replacing Jamon Brown can block better than Jamon Brown. If you didn't hear me earlier, this guy couldn't block the sun if it was in his eyes. That's how bad he was. He had a stat line Sunday that was greater than any defensive end in the league. He had 5 quarterback hits, 9 quarterback pressures, and unofficially he actually sacked Wentz one time. So he had a sack. He had a sack on Sunday. If you go back and look at it, he sacked Wentz one time. So this guy, as an offensive guard, was horrible. I hope he gets better. I'm not wishing bad on him, but I'm just critiquing what I saw on Sunday, and it was ass. His performance was ass. I'm sorry.
Well, let me give you some information on our new starting left guard because they move Nate Herbert back to the right guard position. So Sua Oprah is a 2-year player from undrafted from Weber State. He's 6'4", 305 pounds. Get this. In his combine after 2019, he put up 39 reps of 225 pounds, which was the most.
Somebody should have picked him up.
Which was the most by any offensive lineman, period. But I mean, for him to be here in his offense for 2 years, I think he should be better than Jamon Brown. He give us a better shot. I believe he knows the philosophy of the offense. He's going to give us a better shot at the position. Of course, we're not going against a defensive front like the Steelers or the Ravens. But the guys out there, they are number 1 draft picks for a reason. So, we still got to hold up as a team. We still got to communicate as a team. And that's our starting left guard.
All right. So let's get into some predictions. Everybody out there, let me know what you think is going to happen. Who's going to be the key player of tonight's game? And I'll start with you, Shell. Who you think is going to be? Who you think is going to win? And who you think is going to be the key player or player of the game tonight?
I think the key player of the game is going to be Deshaun Jackson. His over under is 2.5. If he gets 3 or more catches, that means he's opening the defense up. And
let me just stop right there. His over and under is 2 or 1 or 2 plays. If he makes it past 1 or 2 plays, if he makes this guy is the fine china that they're treating him. He's the fine china. He's not played 15 snaps. He's not played 15 snaps in 2 years.
Dude,
in 2 years, he's not played 15 snaps.
All right,
let's have
a betting man would put $100 on.
Let's do a side bet there. All right. You want to bet that he plays more than 15 snaps?
I bet $10.
All right, I bet you
$10.
Oh, he
plays more than 15 snaps.
I bet you. No, I bet you $10. He's gonna play more than 15 snaps.
All right, okay, I got that. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a bet.
You want some of this?
I want no side. I want none of that because I don't think he's gonna. He's gonna be out there, but he's not gonna do anything. Listen, Deshaun Jackson is the shell of himself right now. He's a shell of himself, and it's disappointing because when we got him back, we saw all the possibilities of him and Carson Wentz.
He's a giant killer.
Listen, you're looking at him as the past. You gotta understand.
You're
he's
looking
33 years old. He's been injured the past 2 to 3 years. He's not the same Deshaun Jackson that killed the Giants before. Plus, he's coming off an injury. Do we know?
All right, let me go to some comments.
Did you see him in the locker room? Did you see him in the locker room?
You don't do nothing in the locker room.
Did you see him in the locker room?
Miles Sanders in the locker room, but is he playing?
Is he playing? Did you see him in the locker room?
Is he
you
playing?
Know what the locker room is? The locker room is the tub, Shell.
Yeah.
You don't make the club in the tub.
How you gonna throw my own line at me? You can't throw my own line at me now.
All right, look. Carlos Lopez says, I'm drunk, but I think Wentz is player of the game. I'm agree with that. I like that.
I have to
Neil says he'll bet you for $25 that he don't make it past 15 plays.
All right, bet.
Carlos Lopez, D-Jack's playing 17 snaps tonight. Okay, Carlos, go on. I want you to go on what's the Bet'em site. Yeah, go on the Bet'em sites and make that bet because you can make a bet on anything online, yo. You can go. You can go to Vegas and make a bet on anything. You can go online, as I learned today. You can go online, yo, and this is shocking to me. You can go online and make bets on the presidential debate tonight. Yo, I didn't know that. You
Yeah,
can go on and bet the over and under on how many times Donald Trump says COVID. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of bets online, yo, that you can go on.
It's been like that for a while, Dante.
Yeah, I know. But
you didn't know it.
No, he's not a gambling. He's not a gambling.
I know.
I'm not a
He's like
gambler
that. He's not
anyway.
gambling.
But look,
like that for a while.
all right,
I put
Carlos
500 on Ohio
Lopez.
State.
Oh, he just surpassed Deion Jones with the best comment of the night. Happy birthday, Dante. Love you, Dark Knight. All right, he's now the front runner for commenter of the night. Okay, Tom Gannon. 17, bet the under. He says he bet the under at 17.
Oh man! Look! We need to start our own Eagles talk betting line. You know what I mean?
We're not gonna
Hold
get
up,
approved
Al
for that.
Griffin is jumping in the mix, and Al Griffin is. You must have been drinking the 99 apples or something.
What do you
said
say? What do you say?
He will have over 60 yards tonight. Jackson. Oh wow, that's
Now
big.
his over under is 50 yards.
Man, hold up. Wait a minute.
His over under is 50 yards. Why you gonna throw a flag on the play? What?
Deshaun Jackson that have 60 yards his second game back.
You want to
So,
bet? You want
Yo.
to bet? You wanna-
I'm
you wanna-
not betting.
you wanna
I
bet?
told you I'm not
No.
betting. I wanted
Betting
to
is
win.
legal in
I
Pennsylvania. We can bet.
need Wentz to be dominant today. I need him to show that he is the best quarterback in this conference. I need him to be the leader, undoubted leader. I need like they used to say on the show on a radio show here. I need him
over 3 years. He was number
him
2 in yards per catch.
I need him to win. When
Deshaun Jackson
when
he was with.
when has he been healthy? How long has he played?
I like
All right,
Jeremiah Andrews. 2 plays and a pulled hamstring. That's what I'm going for.
We need to cut ties with him, especially after this year. Don't get me wrong, I love Deshaun Jackson, what he did for the city, but he's not the Deshaun Jackson that we are accustomed to. All right.
We'll see.
We will see. And I want to tell you something real quick. All right. So Miles Sanders played 3 games this year. He has 434 yards. You know what that is? That's more combined yards than Ingram and J.K. Dobbins.
Wow, he has more. That's
I put J.K.
right
Dobbins in there because matter of fact, I put
All
Ingram in there so I can give you some more yards.
Neil says the Eagles
game
win by
surpassed
6. All right, I need a prediction right now. Hurry up. We about to wind it up.
Go ahead, Shell.
I predict the Eagles 33-16.
33-16. Okay.
33-16.
I believe our defense will come out there and be a staple and be as dominant. And I think we put up a lot of points. And therefore, Eagles win more points than the Giants.
Yes, and that is similar to what I do. I never give a score, and the one time I gave a score, we lost. So I'm going back to not
Every time
giving
you
a
give
score.
I'm usually
But
right.
I do like our defense's chance of stopping. Oh, here's a commenter from the YouTube channel. Okay, that's the end of the quarter. John Sippo, Eagles by 17. He has an Eagles win big. Stacy has an Eagles win big. JR has Eagles winning 34-10. Frank has the Eagles winning 40-10. Deshae,
I said
25-23, a little closer.
That's
but
close to my score.
Has a winning close. And Neil has us 35-21, although he will not see the end of the game because he's been drinking 99 apples. He won't know that, but we'll let him know in the postgame show
Tuesday.
what it was.
Next
Carlos says 41-13. Dion says 33-29.
Okay.
So let me give him. I think that we pull this game out. I think that if Carson Wentz continues to play on the level that he's played the past 3 weeks, we have enough coming back. Although we have 3 more injuries this week, I think we have enough coming back in Lane Johnson and Deshaun Jackson and the young guys that Carson Wentz continues to raise his level of play to carry this team on his back. I think the defense also plays well against an offense that's not doing anything. We have Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator on the New York Giants side, and they have done nothing creative or anything like to the such, and they don't have the talent to do anything. So I think we take advantage of that offensive line and of the lack of creativity of Jason Garrett, and we dominate them. So I'm not going to say it's a blowout, but I say that we win with a lot more points than they have. So the Eagles get a W tonight. That's my prediction. Yo, You guys out there, thank you for joining us during the pregame. We will be back during the postgame where Shell will be in rare form because he drank 4 shots. So he's going to go. He's probably going to take a nap during.
Yeah.
Full disclosure,
Yo,
full
cut it out,
transparency
man.
here.
Cut it out.
He's going to take a nap during the game. So he's going to come back at the end of the game, and as soon as he takes that first shot, the first quarter after the game, it's going to be fireworks all over the place. You don't want to miss this. Make sure you come back for Eagles Talk post game show. Eagles versus the New York Giants, man. Enjoy the game. We'll see you guys after the game. Take us out with the theme song, Pat.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 listen. It's Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles fly. Defeat the squad, big patch.